Have you ever found yourself awake in the stillness of the night when the world outside seems frozen, wrapped in silence, and you catch the faint sound of tiny footsteps? Not the kind you expect, but the quick, almost hesitant pitter-patter of a mouse. At first it might make you jump. Your mind rushes to the ordinary explanations. Maybe it's looking for food. Maybe it wandered in from the cold. But what if it's not just that? What if this little creature is here for a reason, one you were meant to notice? Life has a way of sending us messages in unexpected forms. Some arrive as dreams, others as moments of déjà vu. And sometimes, in the quiet hours when no one else is watching, they come as a small mouse darting across your path. For many, it's easy to brush off, a coincidence, an inconvenience. But deep down, your spirit feels the difference. There's a quiet nudge in your chest, a whisper you can't quite explain. Pay attention. You see, in ancient spiritual traditions, a mouse was never just a mouse. It was a messenger, small, humble, but carrying lessons far bigger than its size. Its appearance in the night speaks to the parts of life we overlook, the little things, the quiet signs, the subtle changes happening around us that we're too busy to notice. Think about it. How often do we only pay attention to the big, loud moments? But life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet rustle in the corner, a shadow that moves when you're not looking directly at it. The mouse reminds us, the small details can change everything. It's telling you to be observant, to be aware, because in the smallest signs the universe hides its greatest truths. And then there's the timing. At night. Why not during the day? Night is when the world's distractions fade away. It's when your intuition has space to breathe, when your thoughts slow down enough for your spirit to hear what's being said. A mouse appearing at night can mean that something is moving in the shadows of your life, something you haven't yet noticed. It might be a hidden opportunity, or it could be a warning about a situation that isn't what it seems. Either way, you were meant to see it. In Native American symbolism, the mouse teaches humility and caution. It knows that survival depends on awareness and adaptability. It reminds you to tread carefully, to listen more than you speak, to look at your life from the ground up instead of only from above. In Celtic traditions, the mouse was linked to resourcefulness, finding a way forward even in scarcity. If a mouse visits you at night, perhaps it's a sign that you have more resources, skills, and strengths than you think, but you're overlooking them. In Chinese folklore, mice are tied to cleverness and opportunity. They slip through the smallest cracks and find abundance where others see nothing. So ask yourself, what in your life right now requires you to think small, to act with precision, to move quietly, but with purpose? Maybe you've been chasing something too big, too fast, and the mouse comes to tell you, slow down. Focus on the details, or maybe you've been ignoring the quiet warning signs about a person or a situation, and the mouse is here to wake your awareness before it's too late. But there's another layer, a deeper, more personal one. A mouse's visit can be a mirror. It can reflect how you've been moving through life lately. Are you hiding from challenges, keeping your head low because you fear what might happen if you stand up? Or are you navigating the shadows with wisdom, biding your time until the moment is right? The answer is in your heart, and only you know which it is. Still, one truth is certain: this visit isn't random. The universe doesn't waste its messengers. And if it chose a creature as small as a mouse to come to you, it's because the message is subtle but powerful. It might be a reminder to protect what matters most to you, to store your resources, to think ahead. It might be urging you to pay attention to your surroundings, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. And sometimes it's a sign of guidance from someone who has passed on. Yes, in certain beliefs, a night visitor like this is a way for a spirit to make contact. Not to frighten you, but to remind you that you are watched over, loved, and not as alone as you think. So tonight, when you lie in bed and the world grows still, remember this: If you hear that soft rustle again, if you see that tiny shadow move across the floor, take a deep breath and listen. You're not just hearing a mouse, you're hearing a message, one that was always meant to find you, one that, if you truly listen, might change the way you see your life from this moment on. Because in the quietest moments, when the world sleeps, the universe speaks the loudest.